Make sure your App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network, live on a odd Thursday morning. The trees are frozen with rain.
Was your car just completely engulfed in ice? By the way,
Yeah.
You had to kind of go through that. We talked about that last week. And it happened
Yeah, I
once.
spent about the first 10, 12 minutes of my drive.
Oh, no, you didn't. Again?
Like this.
Just
Yeah.
scrape off the ice.
It's cold.
You literally use a
It's
hole.
cold. I woke up annoyed. I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah, I get it. The power outages, though, in Royal Oak. I saw that yesterday.
Power outages in a lot of places.
Michigan,
Awful.
they showed the map of the U.S., and it's like power outages, and then Michigan's
Dude,
just red.
I thought we were
Has
being
all
invaded by extraterrestrials last night. You guys not see the green and blue fucking lights going off in the air?
I didn't see it live, but I saw pictures of it. That looked odd.
Insane.
Is that just Transformers
I thought
blowing?
we were going to die. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do everything, I probably said I shouldn't and wouldn't do, and here we are. But then it was a transformer box apparently exploding, or a wire. I don't know what the hell is going on, but...
What is happening right now in the world?
It was sick. It was awesome.
We have trains crashing. We have things exploding. It's a weird time. And now we have an ice storm in our area. Stay safe out there. It wasn't as bad when I was driving. I was going slow, obviously, but I know you probably... I could see you driving. I already know your ass. I know how you are.
At least you know me.
You got one hole. You're looking through that one hole, just flying by.
I don't give a shit. Like it's all good, man. It's all good.
That's
what are you
funny.
gonna do? Oh, man. All right, well, look, we got a great show today. Player spotlights, as always. Today, there is a quarterback involved for the first time, and I can't wait to talk about it. It's going to be fun.
Oh, wait!
Shut the hell up, Fish.
Oh, wait.
We'll get to Matt Cassel's. Actually, we'll start with Matt Cassel's quarterback rankings, where he kindly threw in Jared Goff and at number 12. Now, I don't really hate the number. But when you do a little digging, you do a little research, and you find out who 11, 10, and 9 are, well, then you start to get really upset. Because apparently Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, and Dak Prescott are higher on this list for the 2023 season than Jared Goff.
And you'll never believe who's right after Goff, and I can't wait to bring that up because there's a couple interesting...
Where do you want to start? After him or before?
We'll start...
Who's ahead of him or who's behind him?
Let's start who's behind him.
Okay, go for it.
So, Jared Goff comes in at 12. This is Matt Cassel's way too early 2023 quarterback rankings. I think this is a projection on next year, I would assume, because a couple of these rankings don't really make any sense, and I'll break a couple of them down. Goff's at 12. 13, Justin Fields is at 13. 14, oh, wow, Tua Tagovailoa. So he's actually behind Justin Fields. Okay. 15, Derek Carr. 16, Jones. 17, Purdy. 18, Murray, which, whether you disagree or not, I don't really care about it. 19, Stafford. And then a couple notables. 24,
Imagine living in a world
Deshaun
where
Watson.
You would rank a running back ahead of 18 other quarterbacks. Think about it. That is the luxury we have in the United States of America, is we get to live in a country where on a quarterback ranking list, we rank running backs ahead of quarterbacks. I find that... I love this country, man. You can say whatever you want. Good for Matt Cassel.
And I'm going to actually send this, Fish, I'm going to send you this because I want you guys to be able to see the full picture.
Don't send Fish shit. I'm mad at Fish right now.
Why are you mad? Well, I shouldn't ask why.
We have personal beef.
What's going on between
you and
you
We'll talk
and
about it
Fish?
after the show.
Jesus, all right.
Yeah. Me and him are not on good terms right now.
What'd I do now?
You know what you did last night?
Do I?
Yes, you do. We're not going to talk about it right now, though.
What did I do last night? I'm unaware then.
Be unaware.
I mean, I watched the New Zealand women's football team lose to Argentina. That's the only thing I'm aware of. Which they actually didn't play that bad. They lost 2-0 on Monday. They only lost 1-0 this morning. So it's not terrible.
That's terrible.
But the coach is like 3-14. Not very good.
No, it's not.
But they got the World Cup in July. USA will probably boss that. Oh, USA women did win. They beat Brazil 2-1. So that's good. For any of you that care.
Shut the hell up, Fish.
Fish,
Anyways.
can you do me a favor and pull that graphic up? I just sent you it.
Anyways, back to Matt
Sure,
Cassel's
I'd love
list.
to.
Shut the hell up, Fish. Mute your mic.
And I'll bring up a couple significant ones because obviously it goes through 32. The 32nd ranked quarterback, Desmond Ridder. Your guy, Fish. your guy. And coming in at 25, Mac Jones. 23 and 24, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson. Like this list, if you're projecting
for next year,
this doesn't really make any sense. So I don't know if they're. I don't get it. I really don't. Because Daniel Jones is ahead of Kyler Murray. So say what you want about Kyler Murray.
How about Daniel Jones reportedly wanting $45 million? Look at this list. All right, look, people. I'm going to be honest with you. The top 5. Look, he got the names right to an extent. I'm not a fan of having Burrow anywhere other than 2.
Yeah.
The only one better than him, in my opinion, is Mahomes, but that's not important right now. What's important is how is Aaron Rodgers?
I think after 7, I have
the
a problem.
Top 10. 8, 9, 10, and 11 to me don't make any sense. 14 doesn't make any sense to me. Too low. You go all the way to 18, 19. Excuse me. When did Brock Purdy become better than any of these dumb fucks?
Purdy's better than Stafford.
Derek Carr? Look, I'm a big fan of Derek Carr. I don't even know where he's going to be playing. You can't even project him without even knowing where he's going to play. So what the hell are we doing here? Geno Smith ahead of Jared Goff? Disrespectful. Dak Prescott ahead of Jared Goff?
After
comical.
the season he had?
Comical.
Yeah, that's comical. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. Well, you can argue, to be honest, you could argue Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins are relatively the same quarterback.
Right.
In theory. Statistically, very close over the last 2 seasons. Very close. But for my taste, I'd rather have Jared Goff. Well, because I have previous history indicating that he can be more successful in primetime and postseason play than Kirk Cousins can. That would be the only differentiator. But I think Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins are relatively the same quarterback.
Yeah,
right?
I don't have an issue with the Kirk Cousins because we talk about that. They're essentially the same. The problem I have is giving Geno Smith obviously had a great year, but for one season to rank him ahead of Kirk and Jared Goff doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And more than that, looking at where these other quarterbacks are ranked, like let's say what you want about Deshaun Watson, but how in the hell is Andy Dalton higher than Deshaun Watson? If we're projecting for next year.
If we're projecting, we're also projecting a running back.
Oh, yeah.
To be the second best quarterback in the NFL. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. Jalen Hurts is a phenomenal player.
Yeah, I'll say
he's really good. But he carries the ball 11, 12 times a game. If you're projecting for next year, no. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Absolutely not. And what the Eagles have to do with their cap, look, Matt, I love you, Matt. Horrible, horrible list, dude. Are we submitting mocks today? You guys are submitting mocks every day.
Yeah, I got to.
Every day. And I honestly can't even keep up anymore.
Submit them to me and Adam on our social medias. It's our names at Adham Beydoun, at Jeff Iafrate.
Every day from now till the draft,
yes.
8:30, we'll go over your fan mock
Instagram,
drafts.
Twitter,
That's
whatever you guys
it's
have.
go.
And my DMs are flooding up yesterday. I got a lot on deck, so I can't wait to get to those.
Oh, man.
But if you had to rearrange Goff, where would you put him? He's at 12 list? Right now, yeah.
I would move him up to 8.
Over Rodgers.
I'd put him up to 8.
Right after Lawrence.
I'd put him up to 8, but again, look, Stafford and Murray, both dealing with injuries, both dealing with teams that you're uncertain about in a division with the Niners. I don't hate where they're ranked. I laugh that Fields is up there at 13. He must really love Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones to be in the second or top half of the quarterbacks in the NFL, I think, is a joke. He's not even good. He was used effectively by an excellent head coach, and he did some things good, and it was all simple things. But what you're going to realize in the NFL is you can't win by being simple. You can't win by having your quarterback throw the ball 18 times a game. That's not how it works. I don't care who you are. Now, can you beat the Vikings? You can get away with it. Everybody can beat the Vikings, apparently. Just not in one-possession games.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the playoffs. But look, again, Goff at 8 to me. Goff is high on the list, not because on a normal season he's a top 10 quarterback. Let's put that into context a little bit. Jared Goff is a top 10 quarterback right now because Well, Kyler Murray's fallen off. And Deshaun Watson, you're not sure what you're getting going into next year. Russell Wilson completely fell off the face of the earth. Aaron Rodgers struggled last year in Green Bay. Matthew Stafford coming back with an offensive line you're not even sure how it's going to be built. Cooper Kupp coming off an injured ankle. No other offensive weapons outside of him and what? Van Jefferson? Wow. Tutu Atwell. Jared Goff's in one of the better situations in the NFL.
Yeah,
that's why he's in the top 10.
And that's why he had a great year.
And he played very well. He played better than everybody that's ahead of him outside of the guys in the top 6. He played. Throw that list up one more time, please, if you don't mind, so I can get the order right. He played better than Lamar. He played better than Aaron Rodgers, better than Dak, better than Geno, better than Kirk, better than Fields. He played better than all these guys. The only guys that played better than him are the guys in the top 5. But I think projecting, you should have Lamar in the top 10. You should have Lawrence in the top 10.
I have no problem with Lamar.
I have no problem with that at all. But projecting Aaron Rodgers to be a top 10 quarterback, yeah, miss me with that. No,
especially coming off the season he had. Yeah, again, if this is projection, you don't know where Aaron Rodgers is even playing. So if you're projecting, then you're projecting Goff to return to an offensive system that's retaining a lot of the same players. Ben's back. Like, there's no way. I mean, it's not like
even Jalen Hurts. Look at Jalen Hurts. Look, it's cute. I think Jalen Hurts, again, very good.
Yeah, he's third
a much better passer in the pocket than maybe people give him credit for. He's 15, 20 times the passer that Lamar would ever be, Justin Fields would ever be. So he's already leaps and bounds ahead of them. But the only issue with Justin Fields is, God damn it, he's carrying the ball 12 times a game.
Yeah,
that's not sustainable.
And Jalen Hurts,
and that's Cam Newton stuff, and I don't want that for any quarterback.
And Jalen Hurts has proven he can win games, and he doesn't have to run 12, 15,
Look how well
16
he played in the
times
Super Bowl. It's not necessary. They got to establish a better run game. Look, every quarterback has their own skill sets. Not everybody is Mahomes. Not everybody's Joe Burrow. Not everybody's Josh Allen. Maybe Hurts is more of Josh Allen than we think because of how built he is. Maybe he can take those hits. But I don't want my quarterbacks getting hit more than they have to. Mm-hmm. It's bad enough they got to stand in the pocket with 300-pound linemen coming to take their heads off.
Yeah, it's a little better when you have Josh Allen, who's 6'5", 240, and can absorb a lot of those hits. It's different when you have someone like Lamar, who isn't the most strongest guy, and he actually got hurt in the pocket too, so it's a little different. But still, you're absolutely right. In terms of risking injury, those guys who stand in the pocket and don't run as much as Justin Fields does. And I'm assuming Fields over his career won't. I'm just going to assume it's because of the situation and the weapons he had at hand, but we'll see. As Chicago gets better, we'll see how his play style, if it changes or not. Because if Justin Fields wants to have a career like Jalen Hurts or a career like Lamar, you got to find a balance somehow. I mean, you're seeing a lot of Fields just taking off and running.
Well,
but
Lamar
I want to
Fields,
believe it's because of the situation
Lamar and
he's
Fields
in.
are nowhere near the player Jalen Hurts is, just because of his ability to throw the football.
Right.
Again,
as a pocket passer,
does Jalen Hurts bring a different dynamic to your football team because of his running ability? Yeah. And you can use it. I'm not telling you completely scrap it. But can it go from 12 carries a game to 7, 6? That'd be nice.
Right.
That's what I would recommend. You don't agree? That's fine, no problem. But again, projecting Jared Goff for next year, for example. Well, I don't think he's going to throw for more yards. And I don't think he's going to throw for more touchdowns. And he'll probably throw more interceptions. So what are we projecting Goff next year? 4,300 yards? 27 touchdowns? 12 interceptions?
Yeah.
I don't see a 34-touchdown season happening with only 8 interceptions. I don't see that. I don't. They can run the ball effectively in the red zone. And Jared Goff is going to throw probably 24, 25, 26 touchdowns. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Does he turn the ball over more? I hope not. But he only threw 7 interceptions last year, 6 of which came in the first 7 games, and then he only threw 1 down the entire stretch. Do I expect that to happen next year? I hope. But no, I don't expect it. Hope and expectations are two different things. So we'll take a break. When we get back, we'll get to your fan mock drafts at 8:30. 8:45, Siaki Ika, defensive tackle out of Baylor. That'll be Jeff's player spotlight today.
Big boy.
Mine at 9 o'clock will be C.J. Stroud.
OH.
Shut the fuck up.
OH.
9:15, a hypothetical trade, Detroit Lions fans. We'll get your thoughts on it. And 9:30, the Netflix special for quarterbacks. I'm not sure what the hell that is.
I did see that.
But we'll talk some Detroit Lions off-season moves coming up next. But before we do, Jeff, I got to tell everybody at home about our good friends over at Cousins Maine Lobster. What are you waiting for? Scan the QR code on your screen and vote for them. The best of the best. By the Detroit Free Press. Vote for them. The best food truck in the business. Scan the QR code and also find out where their lobster trucks are at the moment. And make sure you give it a try. Lobster tail, hell, lobster mac and cheese, lobster tacos, clam chowder soup. My goodness, on a cold day like this, it is perfect. You all have a great rest of your lunch. Make sure you try out Cousins Made Lobster. We'll be right back.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
All right, we are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, WoodwardSports.com. The Lions are always going to be the talk of town when it's the off season and you're thinking about, well, how can they get better? You know, earlier this week it was Jalen Ramsey. Later on today we'll talk about T. Higgins, which I think is very stupid, but that's why it's in the second hour. And towards the end of the show, well, because I don't think it's important enough to bring up to you guys right now. Having said that, I am noticing a trend here. Okay, I'm noticing a lot of people willing to give up a lot of draft capital to just go out and get well-established players. And when I say it's a trend, I just mean it's a common thing happening with the Lions in these mock drafts that I'm seeing. A lot of people willing to deal these picks and move up or trade back and go acquire Ramsey and go acquire X player. Okay. So my question this morning to everybody before we get to your fan mock drafts is, well, who's available or who do you think you can get with those second round picks that you have this year that would significantly improve your football team over keeping those picks, moving up, moving back, or just drafting a player? Because I'm all for you have your opinion on what the Lions should do, want, need. That's fine. No problem. No problem. We'll disagree. That's fine. But what do the Lions really need? It's actually not much. And when I say not much, I mean it's very, very, very easy to diagnose and solve. You have 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. Whether or not you trade up, you trade for a player, Jeff, what does this team need? Linebacker and a corner, an established one.
Probably another interior defensive lineman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have 3 very important positions you need to address on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, well, what can you do? Well, you can draft that interior lineman at number 6 overall, like I suggested yesterday. Or you could trade back and do the same thing. You could take a corner at 18. You can sign a corner in free agency. You can sign a linebacker in free agency. And you can draft a linebacker in the second round. Last year, I was a bit more abrasive about the draft and about what the Lions should do because they could not fail. This year, you have options. And you've got the GM with the track record. You have options. You have the GM with the track record. This is about as straightforward as it gets. Linebacker, interior lineman, corner. Go solve them, whether it's through free agency or through the draft. Up to you. Your preference. But I want to ask you, what's Jeff doing this morning?
Well, but I agree with everything you said. The only thing, we kind of disagree with this yesterday, is the Jalen Ramsey thing. The reason why I'm more on board than others about giving up draft capital is because there's a reason why you pick these players in the draft. You expect them to become great players. And you have them on a cheap contract, obviously, that's a bonus. But with a guy like Jalen Ramsey, my thought process is, and this is only obviously if you can, get away with giving up a second and a third round pick or whatever the case may be. I don't think giving up a first and more capital is something I'm interested in. But let's say you can get him for a second and some other assets as well. You're drafting somebody in the second round to become Jalen Ramsey. If you're drafting a corner or whoever it is, you want a player to that caliber. Why not go and get a player who's already at that caliber in Jalen Ramsey, who can immediately come in and boost your secondary, can guard number 1 wide receivers. You don't have to wait. There's not a process of learning. You get a veteran. And this team, it's a good mix of veterans and young players. They got a lot of rookies, especially on defense starting. You got to mix in some veterans in there. And we talked about, going out and getting a veteran corner. And I absolutely agree. But if you have an opportunity to go get a Patrick Peterson or a James Bradbury, then why not take it to the extreme and try and get a Jalen Ramsey? Other than that, I agree with you for the most part. I think giving up draft capital just to give up draft capital is stupid.
No, but if you sell me on the idea of Jalen Ramsey, you can sell me on it. Am I willing to give up 2 seconds for Jalen Ramsey? No. But I'm willing to give up a second and something else, absolutely. I'll give up 55 and a future 4, or 55 and a 5th this year. No problem with that at all. Yeah. I just got significantly better at corner, and I'm in a position, because of this rebuild the Lions have been in, I got a lot of players under contract for the next 2-3 years, which is exactly how long Jalen Ramsey's contract is.
Right.
Where I don't have to pay them. So I'm not even concerned about the money I'm giving Jalen Ramsey. I can cut Romeo Okwara. I can cut Brockers.
Yep.
And then I can draft a guy like, yesterday we talked about Kalijah Cansey. You can draft guys later on in the draft. You can bring in free agents. You can do a lot. You're in a good position.
Yeah.
So I think this offseason isn't as... It's not as contentious as last offseason. Because you knew last offseason, and then when I say you, I mean some of you, because there are the fucking idiots that wanted Malik Willis and Kyle Hamilton, but we'll let you just sit in your corner for now. It's okay. But most of you realized, I would say, that this team needed to go all in and get a pass rush. And they still need help. That's why Kalijah Cansey, to me, is the obvious fucking pick. But, moving past that, they needed obvious help last year. Go address it. Go draft a safety. Go draft edge rushers. They drafted 2 of them, then they drafted Kirby. Kirby worked, Aiden worked, Josh Pascal to be determined. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they somehow traded up 20 spots by swapping picks and got Jameson Williams, who could be the best receiver coming out of that class. You're going into this year, Jeff, I'm not as stressed, no contention, nothing.
Yeah.
It's just business. It's just business.
And I think that's the difference, too, with them going back. I just keep bringing up Jalen Ramsey because it's a prime example of what I'm trying to do as someone who talks about the Lions every single day. If I'm Brad Holmes, and Brad has hit on a lot of draft picks, we know that. We talk about it all the time, how great he is identifying talent, especially late in the draft. But eventually you're not going to need every single pick in the draft. I mean, let's be honest. You're hoping to fill out your roster to where those picks become luxury picks or stash picks. Guys like, the Eagles, they take Jordan Davis. They use him situationally, but as the years go on, he'll become a full-time starter. But you're basically just taking guys to contribute. Right now, you're finding your foundation. What they've done the last 2 years, drafting your Aleem McNeils, your Amon-Ra St. Browns, Penei Sewells, all these guys, Malcolm, James Houston, Aiden, Kirby, you're finding your foundation. Once that foundation is laid and you have a set of core players, that's when I can get into the conversation of, and I keep bringing up a second and a third round pick, whatever the cost is for Ramsey, because next year, you're probably not as concerned about finding a stud in the third round. You have mostly a complete roster. You got to go out and take chance. It's like the 49ers. The 49ers had Elijah Mitchell. And they said, you know what, go get Christian McCaffrey. Let's go get Christian McCaffrey. Even though you talk about the team not needing, there's only a couple things they need defensively, the 49ers had a good run game. They just went and got Christian McCaffrey to bolster the run game. So you want to get to the point where your franchise is on the brink of contending, and you have to go out and get these players, not having to rely on rookies in the draft. And they're not there yet, but they're probably a year away. So that's why when I talk about future draft capital, I'm not as worried about giving it up, because you're probably not going to be as concerned about the draft capital when you're consistently contending in the NFC.
You guys are asking me, well, Adam, why do you keep mentioning Aquara and cutting him? Well, because I can save almost $10 million.
Yeah.
And he started 4 games in the last 2 years and only played in 9. He's injury prone. He's going into his 9th season in the NFL. And I'm paying him that kind of money for what exactly? I have James Houston, Aiden Hutchinson. I have Josh Pascal, hopefully going to have a good year this year. I've got my veterans. I've got Aleem McNeil on the interior. I'll hopefully draft an interior lineman at 6. Maybe they trade back to 9.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Cansey. That's just my opinion. If you guys want Jalen Carter, I would love him. I don't think it's realistic. And what is it going to cost to trade up 3 spots in a draft where 3 quarterbacks could go in the top 5? What is it going to cost? Risk reward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could sit there at 6, get my guy, still get a corner. I can trade back, acquire more picks, get more players. At the end of the day, there are options, and I don't think there are bad options. There's a difference. Last year, there were bad options. There were legitimate conversations happening why the Lions should draft Malik Willis. That's a bad option. At number 2 overall. There were legit conversations on why you should take a safety number 2 overall. That happened. That's not the case this year. There's a stress-free offseason. I'm going to be relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be chilling. I know Brad Holmes not going to let me down. I know he's not going to listen to you dumb fucks. So it's a great day for me. So we'll take a break. When we get back, we'll go to all your fan mock drafts. Can't wait to see them. Thank you for submitting them. Way too many, but I love it. Keep them coming. I'm trying to catch up. But we'll be right back with fan mock drafts. And before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, this is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you wanted Malik Willis at number 2 last year, I got the place for you. sportsma.com. Head over there for more information.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling game. 2 to play for $12, the unlimited open play, or you can pay $120 for a lane reservation for up to 10 people. $2 mystery beer machine, full bar. Check it all out, fullingwarehouse.com.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com, 8:30 in the morning on a Thursday that the weather is very unpredictable and odd. Be safe, drive safe, walk safe. I almost slipped on my way in, and there was a lot of salt, too. So I'm not sure what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
but
I've slipped before. It's not fun.
It sucks. Falling on your ass sucks.
Yeah, it does not suck.
Having said that,
it does suck.
You know what doesn't suck? Your fan mock drafts. Well, not all of you, but you know who you are.
Yeah, you got to preference that because you love to hate on certain mock drafts. Or all of them.
Absolutely. So let's get started today with the latest mock drafts we have from all of you at home.
Pulled 3 randomly from my Instagram DMs at Jeff Iafrate. Just grabbed 3 random ones. We'll see.
Also, whenever you send DMs to Jeff, notably, please just give him a warning what you're sending him. He had to complain yesterday. He got 3 nudes sent to him as well. So, look, guys, take it easy on Jeff, okay?
Yeah.
It's 2021. Just turned 22.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Turning 22, I should say, right?
Now he'll be 23 in October.
Oh, 23,
yeah.
So you are 22.
Yes.
No shit.
How do you not... It disappoints me that you don't know your coworkers' ages or birthdays.
It's the last thing on my mind.
Hey, and I didn't say every single one, but at least the people that you, work with. So, us.
Fish, shut the hell up. Moving on. Alex, throw it up.
Let's see what we got.
Let's start with the first one. What do we got on the board today? Fan mock drafts. All right, trading back with Atlanta. Interesting. And then trading with Houston.
So this is Austin Hallock's. Sorry for mispronouncing your last name wrong, but he sent this mock draft in. I'll read it.
Okay.
Well, actually, wait. Hold on.
He trades back. He trades back to 8.
No, this isn't his. Actually, there's another. Why is there 2 trades in this one? This is interesting.
Whose is this?
Did you forget who's?
Who said? Wait, hold on. This one's interesting.
All right. Well, I'm going to go through it.
Yeah.
You trade back with Atlanta. You trade back with Houston. You swap some picks and go get Jalen Ramsey, by the way, A+. Good job. Kalijah Kancey at 12, home run. Joey Porter at 18, very good.
Andrew Smith. This is Andrew Smith. Okay.
Thank you. Jahmyr Gibbs at 44. PFF gave you a D+. I'm going to give you an F-. Trenton Simpson, solid at 48. Jordan Battle.
Yeah, there's technically 3
at 65 is nice. I like Jordan Battle at 65. Darnell Washington in the 3rd round, no risk at all. Round 4, you pick up Zach Harrison, who I think is a guy that teams are going to take a chance on in the 3rd or 4th round, just because of what he could be. Probably doesn't get that. Probably doesn't become what you think he can be, but it's worth a shot. The 5th round, it's all irrelevant. The fact that you drafted Stenson Bennett, shame on you. But Jake Moody, hell of a pick. It's an A in my book. That's a really good board, considering you acquired picks. You got Jalen Ramsey. You added Joey Porter Jr., which means I can cut Jeff Okudah. That'd be nice. Kalijah Kancey, a disruptive pass rusher on the interior. You did everything right except Jahmyr Gibbs. And, the Jahmyr Gibbs pick, that really ruined the vibe you had going, buddy. It really did. But what do you draft, right? You addressed the cornerback position. You got Ramsey and Porter. You drafted an interior lineman. At 44, it's either a linebacker or what?
Yeah, he traded back twice. So you go from 6 to 8, and you get a 2nd and a 4th round pick, and then you move again back to 12, and you get a 3rd round pick. So, and then he ended up trading for Jalen Ramsey at the bottom there. Jalen Ramsey for a 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick, and a 3rd round pick. Future 3rd round picks. So a 2nd and 2/3 for Jalen Ramsey. You got Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter. He pretty much filled every position. I mean, like you said,
solid. And he got an edge rusher later on in the 4th round. It's a really good board. PFF gave you a B+. I want to give you an A-, but I can't because of Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm going to give you a B+.
Funky YouTube chat thread says 10 picks and only 1 corner.
Well, he traded for Jalen Ramsey, so he got 2 technically.
He did address everything.
He got everything we talked about literally last segment.
And I know the Gibbs
interior, edge help, linebacker, 2 corners. Did it all.
In the Gibbs pick, I know you're initially at 44, you're a little put off, but
you can't.
After who he took after Gibbs, it kind of makes up for it. I mean,
fine.
You got
which
Trenton,
is why I gave him a B+.
Jordan Battle, Darnell Washington.
I can't spend a second-round pick on a running back,
well,
let alone Jahmyr Gibbs.
I don't have a problem with the philosophy if it's the right player.
Is he starting day one? No, he's not.
Jahmyr? I think he could start day one.
Not over Swift in a contract year when the Lions are paying DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, maybe not
Swift's
on the Lions.
going to be the running back.
Maybe not on the Lions.
Jamal will be behind him.
But he's good
They're
enough
going to run
to.
Justin Jackson back or somebody else if they draft him in the 5th round. Who knows? I don't see the Lions taking it back in the 2nd round.
What would you grade that one? PFF gave it a
I gave it a B+.
Okay.
I only gave it a B+ because I don't like Jahmyr Gibbs.
All right, we agree there. PFF's right on the spot. All right, what do you got, Alex?
All right, let's throw up the next one. The next mock draft is brought to you by who, Jeff?
I think this is the one that I thought originally. This is Austin.
Austin?
Yeah, Austin.
All right, trading back, you acquired a future one to trade back 3 spots. So first of all, my friend, well done. You got Kalijah Kancey at 9, home run in my books. Joey Porter at 18, very good. Emmanuel Forbes at 39, solid. Oh, wait, I'm reading that wrong. You didn't get a future one. You got pick 2. All right, you got pick 9. You got a 2nd rounder and a 3rd rounder. All right, excuse me. Emmanuel Forbes at 39. You love that pick. Jack Campbell, no problem with that at all. Jahmyr Gibbs keeps showing up on these goddamn boards. I can't get away from this guy.
Like Jahmyr Gibbs.
He follows me everywhere I go.
He's in your dreams.
Guys,
dude.
let me ask you an honest question here, okay? DeAndre Swift, in theory, will be healthy for the first game of the year. I can't guarantee it after, but he'll likely be healthy for the first game of the year. Why am I spending a 2nd-round pick when I can do the same thing again next year?
Well, hold on.
Why am I reaching for Jahmyr Gibbs this year?
Why are you assuming Swift will be healthy the entire season?
I'm not. I just said for game 1, I'll likely be healthy. I can't guarantee the rest of the year.
17 games.
Well, I know that. That's the fucking problem with the
kid.
So
you're going to roll out with Jamal and Justin Jackson?
That's why I said draft a guy in the 5th round, because you can find people like Tyler Algier and Isaiah Pacheco every year.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I just think
I just think reaching in the 2nd round in a year where he's not going to be the A1 starter, or the 1A starter, unless Swift goes down and Williams goes down, it's a reach to me.
At least you have a guy who can excel in that role with DeAndre. I mean, what he's asked to do, lining up at receiver and catching passes out of the backfield, running the football. He kind of does everything Swift does, but it's all preference. I don't have as much of an issue as long as you take care of needs afterwards. Like, Alex, put that back up one more time. Yeah, I mean, 2 corners. You got interior defensive line, linebacker.
The first 4 picks, phenomenal.
I even like Hendon at 93. I don't mind that.
If I'm honest, I would personally have given Carolina pick 6, pick 55, and pick 81 for pick 93, 9, and a future one. I wouldn't even want the 2nd-round pick. Or, 9, 39, and 91.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done 3 for 3. I would have gave them a 2nd-round pick along with that 3rd-round pick, and try to entice a 1st round for next year. Let them go get their quarterback. Give me a future first. That would have been what I would have liked to do. Is it possible? I don't know. I haven't done that trade in PFF's mock simulator. Is that even realistic? Does Carolina even want to do it? I don't know. But me personally, if I'm trading back, I want a future one. Personally, selfishly. I just what I want. Can't get what I want always, but fucking gonna try. Love the pick of Kalijah Kancey.
You know what I love, too? The consistency that all these mock drafts have with Jake Moody in the 6th round. I mean, can we just get a round of applause for that?
To.
Come on,
you
Fish.
have to.
For the Jake Moody pick in the 6th round. I mean, guys, A1.
So far, starting the morning, all right, first draft got a B+. This one's going to get a B+ as well. I'm going to agree with PFF. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job. No bullshit. Honest mocks. Addressing concerns, addressing needs.
Smart listeners.
And taking chances.
Just smart
You
individuals.
all have improved from last year. I'm very proud of you.
Remember last year, you got I don't even want to bring this up because people are going to get
last
ideas.
year I had fucking anger issues because of the mock drafts we had to go through.
You got one that was all safeties, I think, last year, right?
Oh, yeah, people were trolling. I can deal with trolls. I can't deal with people who actually think Malik Willis and Kyle Hamilton were viable options at 2. And they work here at the network.
Yeah.
I have to see them every day I walk in the hallway. How I'm not dead yet?
How do you not?
How I'm not dead is beyond me. Alex, let's throw up the next one. What do we got? Who's this one from, Jeff?
All right, let's see here.
Another trade back.
It's a consistent trade back.
And it's the same players. I love you guys. I love the consistency. Love the effort.
You can tell which players are.
So you trade back. You acquire Atlanta's which pick? You receive a second, a future second, and a fourth. Okay. Kalijah Kancey at 8, home run, in my opinion. Always. I'm always going to say it. Joey Porter, nice. I would have preferred to just swap pick 48 and 81 and maybe make that Jalen Ramsey. That would have been nice. I love the idea of that. I don't know if it's realistic or not. But the idea of taking 2 linebackers 4 picks apart is stupid to me. To me, Brad Holmes always does the same thing every year since he's been the GM, which is double down on a position. You got the theory right, you got it wrong on the wrong position. It's cornerback, unless he can get Ramsey or somebody else. It's cornerback that I think this year they're going to double down on, or probably another edge or interior lineman in the second round.
Before we go to break, I want to show you one more because someone sent me this and specifically said to me, Jeff, this is the one. I know Adam would be bricked up if he saw this. So,
you want me to pull down my pants so I can show you guys if I am or not?
I just sent you this new mock.
Well, I feel bad for that one. I'll give that one, I guess, a B+. I don't know what to grade it. I didn't look at it enough. What are we doing? Move on to the next one. It's fine.
Speed round. All right, let's see this one.
Speed round.
Speed round. Here we go.
All right, I'm going to get hard over this one. All right, trade back with Atlanta. Acquire a second, a third, and a fourth round pick.
This is from Lee. All right, Lee. So
from Lee?
Yeah, his name's Lee.
You draft Devon Witherspoon.
Yep.
I'll agree with PFF. An A+ at 8, only because I can look into the future and see that at pick number 10, which you traded up for, you got Kalijah Kancey.
So you got Witherspoon,
10 out of 10.
Kancey.
No, this doesn't make me hard, actually.
Forbes.
This doesn't make me hard at
Simpson,
all.
Camp. The double linebacker.
The double linebacker fucks it up.
Yeah.
See, this is why we can't have nice things in America. Because we fuck things up. You did everything right. You got the corner. You got the interior lineman. You did it all right. You got a linebacker. And then you fucked it up, Lee. Why would you draft 2 linebackers back-to-back? Emmanuel Forbes, fucking home run at 44, baby! 2 linebackers within 7 picks of each other? God, I'd rather fuck myself. What are we doing? What are we doing? That second-round pick can be used for anything else other than a linebacker, damn it.
Yeah.
Hell, picks 48 and 55 can be used to move back into the first round.
I just wanted you to see the double linebacker.
The fuck?
Lee.
Good morning, guys. Lee, this did not make me hard.
Oh, that is
You had
funny.
me going. You had me going in the beginning. You got a really good corner. You got my favorite interior lineman of the draft. You got Emmanuel Forbes, Jeff's biggest crush. You got a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
But you just had to go and fuck it up.
Yep.
It's like going on a date for the first time with a girl. You go to her house, you pick her up, you tell the parents, I'll be back by 11 o'clock. You go out for dinner, you treat her well, you pay for the dinner, you drive her home safe, you drop her off exactly at 11 o'clock. But you fucked up on one thing.
What?
You fucked up. You did everything right, except when you dropped her off, she had a limp. And now the parents know. You fucked up.
What? She had a limp. Okay, well, yeah.
Moving on.
You I didn't. That build up too. I was like, "What is he gonna say? Like, what? What do you mean I messed up? We got her there at 11."
Oh God. All right.
She limped. All right, we gotta get out of here.
When we get back, Jeff's player spotlight of the day. Can't wait to have this conversation. Mine coming up at 9 o'clock. But before we go, I got to tell you about where I went yesterday. Obviously, you can tell. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. I told you I looked like a goddamn grizzly bear yesterday. Well, I went and took care of it. I look way better, feel way better. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 10-8, 7 days a week, walk in anytime, no appointment necessary. They're awesome stylists, will take care of you like they take care of me. So, get to a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
All right, we are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com as always. All right, Jeff. Here we go. Moment of truth. The moment of truth. Your player spotlight on a Thursday morning. Talk to me.
Yes, Siaki Ika out of Baylor. And that's actually my spotlight today. A projected second-round pick, interior defensive lineman. And there you go, see it right there. 6'4", 358. Big fella. Played in 12 games this year. Career sacks, 7. Again, this is an interior defensive lineman who has the upside to get after the quarterback, to be able to create pressure on the interior. But this isn't Cansey. This isn't Carter. This is someone that will be available in the second round. Key traits: quality pass rusher, size, first step. I mean, the speed. It was recorded. He ran a 5.40, 40-yard dash. I mean, at 6'4", 358. It's not terrible, but really the upside for drafting Siaki Ika is what he can do on the interior. I mean, coming out of high school, he's a 4-star recruit, committed to LSU, played there for 2 years, didn't play a lot, transferred to Baylor, and that's when you really started to see more and more of those flashes. I mean, the career hurries, 40. Just watching some of the film on Siaki Ika, it's clear to me, not only, if you want a guy that can be solid against the run, there's still a lot of things he's got to improve on, obviously, like a lot of these rookies, but I think there's more upside with his run defense, really. I mean, for him to be 6'4", 358, you like him to be a little more productive against the run. You watching some of the film this year at Baylor, he was just in the wrong spot on a couple occasions. But again, that's just awareness. That's stuff that's going to come. I think the upside is what he can do clogging the middle. I mean, the size, the stature, the physicality. I mean, this is a guy who, for the Lions at least, you look at what their needs are. Not only like a guy like Adham who can do a lot of the things Ika can do, but Ika has that upside to be able to create a pass rush. Having an interior pass rush with Aiden, James Houston, you guys know the significance of that. And for a guy that you don't have to get in the first round, that will be there in the second round, there's a ton of upside with that. Now, where will he go in the first round? Or excuse me, the second round? I would say probably later second round. I mean, depending on what Brad Holmes does in the first round, if you trade up and get Jalen Carter, none of this is relevant. But it's somebody that you're going to have to at least consider drafting in the second round, especially if you go corner, an edge rusher. Maybe you can get a Siaki Ika to kind of shore up the middle. We loved Bugs this year for what Bugs was able to do, and Bugs was productive at times. I mean, he just was solid all year. I think Siaki Ika is a little more upside. It's kind of like, he reminds me a lot of Vita Vea, just a giant human being who can do wonders. Now, won't always show up on the stat sheet, but the impact on the game itself is what intrigues me the most about Siaki Ika. The quarterback pressures. Again, if you're talking about weaknesses, he doesn't have the best technique. He's pretty much relying on just sheer physicality. But still, those are things that, again, you can coach, right? I mean, the being fundamentally sound, or again, playing too high, like certain things you look at when you're watching his film, that's stuff that you assume he's going to be able to work on. But he's an intriguing prospect, and I wanted to bring him up because you're seeing him more and more in mock drafts. I mean, if he can reach to what his projection is as a player, there is no doubt at his size, he's going to have to draw attention to him. So, again, is he as good as Cansey, or is he as good as Jalen Carter? Clearly no, but it's somebody that you can get in the second round that can still help out the middle of your defensive line. So I like it. I like the pick a lot. I didn't watch a ton of Baylor, but I was able to go back and watch some film on him. It's somebody that I think Brad Holmes will consider depending on what he does in the first round. But it's someone that I had to talk about initially because he's not a guy that you're going to have to draft high, but it's somebody that I believe can come in right away and contribute to your defensive line.
So in any other draft, I think he's a late second-round pick, early third-round pick.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't think he stands out, stands out on the screen, but he's a player that has the size, has, like you mentioned in your notes, a quick first step, a guy that's a pass rusher more than a run stopper. He can improve at that. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But, that's all you're getting.
Yeah, his pass rush grade was a 76.4 according to PFF. His run defense, which you would assume would be higher, is only 69.1. So if you're looking at Ika, it's kind of like what we say about Cansey. Maybe not the similar caliber of player, but a guy in the interior that can generate a pass rush. Maybe not as consistently as Cansey, but still somebody that.
So let me ask you this: second round comes along.
Yes.
You have 2 second-round picks this year. You're not trading him. Draft comes on. He's on the board. Is this someone the Lions should consider, or in theory, does it depend on what you do in the first round? Sure, of course. If you get a Cansey, it doesn't make sense to get this guy.
Right.
But let's say you don't. Let's say you take a corner and a linebacker in the first round. I don't know. Just play devil's advocate here, okay? Is that someone you would consider with pick 44 or 55?
I think so.
Or, pick 48 or 55?
I think so. Maybe more so 55. It's a player you're going to have to obviously look at. I think when we talk about needs, on the interior is super important. I think Ika, for where he's projected, he's worth it. Now, when you look at guys like Siaki Ika and you don't know much about him, I know it's initially like, why are we wasting a second-round pick on this guy? But you're looking at the impact he could have, right? I mean, the upside, that's what you look at with all these players. But if his pass rush, on the year so far, we talked about Cansey yesterday. I think Cansey had a pass rush win rate of like 20%, 22%. Ika's got 12.2%. So a little less productive getting to the quarterback, but still just solid in all around in a lot of different areas. So somebody that I liked, somebody that I'm assuming the Lions will be looking at. But again, I'm not Brad Holmes. I can't tell if Brad Holmes this is the guy or not, but he's somebody the Lions at least are going to have to consider. So again, if you don't strike gold on somebody in free agency or the draft in the first round or in free agency, this is somebody they might need to look at. So for a second-round pick, it's worth it to me. And again, I wasn't comparing him to Jalen Carter. I'm just saying if you're looking at the defensive tackles in this draft, he's going to be a guy that, again, second, early, third, like Adam said, that you can still get pretty good value for. So someone the Lions you're going to have to consider, no doubt about it.
All right. Look, I, for the most part, don't mind this player. I think I avoid him, though. I think I avoid him because my strategy, obviously, you know very well,
right.
To get it earlier. But what does he do well? Well, you hinted already. The first step, he's a pass rusher more than a run defender. And I guess my question this morning for all of you and you, Jeff, is, well, you have Ali McNeil, and he is your run disruptor.
Right.
You need somebody else on the interior that can rush the quarterback.
And generate a double team.
So it takes the pressure off of Houston, Hutchinson, whoever it is. It is such a game changer to have him. In the second round, I think he's good value. I just think the best one coming out, the most NFL ready now pass rusher at that position, it's not Jalen Carter in my opinion. It's Kalijah Cansey. ACC Defensive Player of the Year. 16, 17 sacks over the last 2 seasons combined. A kid's a stud. But he does what you want him to do. Get after the quarterback. You saw what happened when the Lions brought in a James Houston. Well, Hutchinson just took off.
Yeah.
You saw what happened when they couldn't double team him as much or as often.
Now, imagine having a player like instead of Bugs last year, or let's just say Bugs was drawing or attracting that attention. To have consistent pressure, man, you look at Dexter Lawrence, you look at Quinnen Williams. I'm not saying that he's these players, but what I'm saying is the upside of having a defensive tackle that can consistently generate pressure. He did it this year. In 2022 alone, he tallied 18 total pressures on the year, including 15 quarterback hurries. Like, it's a guy that consistently was the main focus on his own defensive line. So again, will he be Dexter Lawrence or Quinnen Williams? Not saying that, but he can be productive and solid. So again, you talk about the production with Aiden and James, to have a guy that can, that's why I love Jalen Carter so much, and people love him so much, because if you can get consistent pressure up front, it's going to be hard. Who are you double teaming? You're going to get Jalen Carter? Well, you had Aiden in Houston. You want to pick Aiden? Well, if you get a defensive tackle that can generate pressure, I mean, that offensive line is going to be in some problems. So,
Fair enough.
Somebody you're going to have to at least consider. I liked him.
All right, I don't mind it. Let's take a quick pause. When we get back, C.J. Stroud is my player spotlight of the day.
Ooh.
C.J. Stroud, and I've got a lot to say on him. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think it's black and white. I don't think it's so easy. It's the most difficult thing in the world to project quarterbacks. But you guys know my theory. You guys know the foundation I like to check off. And there are things Stroud does meet and doesn't meet. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. But before we go, Jeff, the best defense on and off the field with Guardian Alarm.
Let me tell you about him, guys. Guardian Alarm, the best defense. And we talk about Siaki Ika. It's no comparison to Guardian Alarm. And let Guardian Alarm protect you, because there's a plethora of positive things that come from Guardian Alarm. The first thing being they're professional technicians, because they take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring, anytime, day or night. You call Guardian Alarm, they'll stay on the phone with you for as long as you need. Technology that's backed by people as well. Your safety and security deserves it. That technology has been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT for more information.
Arabia, go New Zealand.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com as always. Adham, Beydoun, Jeff, Iafrate approaching the second hour of the show. And this is a player I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do a player spotlight on, to be honest with all of you. Good quarterback, excellent arm, excellent accuracy, but a lot of concerns on the player. So let's talk about C.J. Stroud for a minute, shall we?
We shall.
His last season with the Buckeyes was really impressive statistically. It was played with alongside Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith and Jimbo, even though he missed most of the season, Julian Fleming. Ohio State's loaded. We all know this. We all know the narrative and the stigma attached to the Ohio State quarterback, which is what exactly? Well, it's they don't work in the NFL. Well, Justin Fields is the most recent example, but he was a first-round pick. All the Troy Smith and the Braxton Millers and all the Cardell Jones, all these, they weren't first-round picks. So I never understood the stigma, but let's talk about Stroud now. Played in 13 games, college football playoff appearance, 3,700 yards, 41 touchdowns, had one of the highest offensive ratings among quarterbacks at the position. What does he do well? Well, he has insane accuracy and touch. That is his biggest strength. His anticipation throws are NFL ready day one, whether you want to admit it or not. But what doesn't he do well? Handle the pocket under pressure. Step into the pocket under pressure. Deliver throws that he does make. All these anticipation throws, the accuracy, it all wavers in the form of pressure. Well then, all right, well, Adham, what is your theory on quarterbacks? Well, I like them to face some adversity in college. I like quarterbacks not to have everything go their way in college. Well, let's look at some recent college quarterbacks that have had major success in the NFL. Let's start with the quarterback that was in the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts.
Let's do it.
Jalen Hurts shows up to Alabama, gets benched at halftime in the national title game, has to end up transferring, again, adversity, gets to Oklahoma, gets to a college football playoff in his first year at Oklahoma, and he doesn't have the best game against arguably the greatest team in college football history, though, in LSU. He only had one interception, no touchdowns. It was a bit rough game for Lincoln Riley and company.
But look at the stigma from the university he played at, right? He was coming after Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
So Jalen Hurts was even skeptical for a lot of people coming out.
Okay. Well, he faced adversity to get to where he finally was to end up getting drafted.
Right.
Well, Stroud is a 2-year starter now at Ohio State and has performed at an immense level. But 0-2 against Michigan, lost to Georgia, lost to Oregon, which were the 4 most important / difficult games on his schedule. If you want to count the Utah game in the Rose Bowl, I'm not taking that seriously. All right, adversity. Trevor Lawrence walks in, wins the Natty year 1. Talk about special, right? Well, adversity. Loses in the national title game the next year. Adversity. Trevor Lawrence in the college football playoff all time. 1 national title in 3 years. 3 college football playoff appearances, 2 championship game appearances, 2 losses. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception in all those games.
Sheesh.
Adversity. Losing games. Lost big games with Clemson, lost to Justin Fields in Ohio State, lost in a national title game, all after winning a title his first year. Adversity. He's coached by Urban Meyer year 1. Follows it up with Doug Peterson in year 2. Adversity. Has the greatest statistical leap in NFL history for a quarterback year 1 and year 2 in passer rating in NFL history. Yeah, adversity, not bad. All right, well, who else? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was at Ohio State and then moved to LSU, and his first year as a starter was kind of pedestrian.
Right. Yeah, he's all right.
And then it all came together that final year. And in that final year where he played Bama, he played Georgia, he played in the college football playoff, he played Texas early on in that year. In those 4 or 5 games, in those 5 games, Joe Burrow, 23 touchdowns, 1 interception, all after being doubted, all after having to transfer, dealing with the adversity of leaving Ohio State, getting to LSU, not having the best first year, coming back having the greatest statistical season ever for a quarterback in college football history. Joe Burrow, adversity. CJ Stroud, what's his adversity? He's 0-4 against the 4 biggest teams he's played against. 11 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, though, in those games. So 0-4, but an 11-3 touchdown to interception ratio. It doesn't add up. Well, he plays well, but he doesn't win. Well, the numbers look good, but he doesn't impact the game. Well, if I'm honest with all of you, adversity. When can I point to adversity with CJ Stroud? Well, he lost to Michigan at the end of the year, at home. Got blown out towards the end of that game. Embarrassing. He even said it. Losing to Michigan is the worst. Not being able to say, I am a starting quarterback at Ohio State that beat Michigan, it's a huge disappointment. Well, how did he follow up that disappointment against Georgia? He played fucking phenomenal.
Lights out.
And he drove them down the field for an opportunity to get to the national title game. And you know what? At the end of the day, his kicker botched it. Now, is that enough adversity for me to sit there and say, this guy is going to translate to be an NFL quarterback? No. I don't think it's enough. But he has the traits. And whether you like it or not, he's got arguably the most NFL-ready arm among all the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. He makes the most NFL throws. And if you go back to last college football season, he led all of college football, and it wasn't even close in terms of, quote, NFL throws that you translate to the next level. It's not even close. Now, having Marvin Harrison Jr. is obviously a big help. But what do I do with C.J. Stroud? If I'm a Lions fan, what do I do?
But that's what I don't understand either. I get part of it. The whole Ohio State stigma, like throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr. and all that. I get that because those guys are wide open playing against Big Ten defenses. But you brought up Georgia. Interesting point. Because if C.J. Stroud were to become to the Lions, we're told, and I'll make the argument, Amon-Ra St. Brown's a top 10 receiver. We think Jameson has the potential to be one of the best receivers. So what's the difference? I mean, you're playing with talent in college. You're coming to play with talent in the NFL. If you could play, you could play. Like, I don't like using the example, well, you play with Marvin Harrison and Jackson Smith and
Joe
Jigma.
Burrow threw to
Came right in, got Jamar, got T. Higgins. I hate that stigma.
But again, let's identify what C.J. Stroud is. He's a pocket passer at heart. That's what he is.
Right.
Do I think he needs work? I do, but out of all the quarterbacks you could draft and sit for a year, I wouldn't hate it. I don't hate the idea of C.J. Stroud. I just think there's a lot of work to do with him. I don't think he comes into the NFL day one and gives you what Joe Burrow did before he tore his ACL. I don't. But you guys can talk about the Ohio State stigma. How many Ohio State quarterbacks have been taken in the first round? Go for it.
Well, I'm most recent, besides Justin Fields, Dwayne Haskins. He was taken in the first round. R.I.P. And then you had Justin Fields. CJ will be the next. But who's before Dwayne?
Nobody. Dwayne was the first one.
But
I think you have to go back to what, 1982? What is it, 82, 83? Somebody help me with this? 1982, 83 with the Colts, I think. Ohio State doesn't have a history of getting quarterbacks drafted in the first round. And the stigma is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. Don't let the stigma stop you from understanding C.J. Stroud has probably the best arm talent coming out of this draft. More than Will Levis. More polished. Anticipatory throws, it's second to none. But does he deal with pressure well? No, he doesn't. When he's pressured in the pocket, he drops off significantly, and that's a big concern for me. I need my quarterbacks to rise above pressure. C.J. Stroud hasn't done it yet, and that's why I'm going to avoid him. I don't mind it, but I'm going to avoid him. He's not on my must-draft list, especially for the Lions. He does a lot of things really well, guys. And I think it'd be ignorant of all of you to just ignore it and throw the Ohio State stigma at him. Having said that, you asked me what I think of quarterbacks. I like to see my quarterbacks handle adversity. Josh Allen's another one. Went to Wyoming, doubted. Justin Herbert doubted coming out of Oregon. All these guys. Lamar Jackson doubted coming out of Louisville.
Zach Wilson, no adversity.
Well, I don't want to talk about him, but yeah.
To your point.
You see my point, though?
Yeah.
I do think there's something to this idea of dealing with adversity and it translating to the NFL. All I know about C.J. Stroud is he can make every throw. He's excellent in the pocket, but he falters under pressure in big games and when the pocket collapses on him. He doesn't make the same pinpoint throws when he's about to get hit or the pocket is collapsing on him than he does when he has a clean pocket. Now you can say, well, Adam, that's most quarterbacks. Well, no. Mahomes makes all of it. Burrow, all of it. Trevor Lawrence, all of it. Herbert, for the most part, but he's not at their level yet. All the great quarterbacks, Rodgers in his prime, Brady, Breeze, all these guys find a way to make throws while under duress. Stroud, yet to do it in college. Can he do it in the NFL? I hope. I'm rooting for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
But when I evaluate a quarterback, adversity and ability to handle pressure. Stroud, for the most part, hasn't handled it well, Jeff.
Yeah, and a lot of it depends on, and this is for most quarterbacks, but it depends on where he goes to. I think that's important. Who's the coach he's going into? Number one, number two, the weapons he'll have. Will he sit? Will he have someone to learn from? Will he play right away? Like, there's a lot of things. There's a lot to like about C.J. Stroud. Like, I know you talked about it. There's going to be things you can nitpick, of course. With any other quarterback, you can do that as well. But he has the size for it, at least. I mean, you talk about a 6'3", over 200 pounds. Even Bryce Young, who's rumored to be 5'11", a $195. You've seen him do some of the things you're questioning about CJ, which is make throws under pressure, under duress. So it's not like he doesn't have the ability to do it. He just didn't really display it a ton at Ohio State. So I think there's a lot of things alike, enough where a team will take him in the top 10. I know people talk about him being, overrated or he's projected too high. You're crazy if you think C.J. Stroud shouldn't be drafted in the first round. You simply just are. So a lot to like, man. I like C.J. Stroud a lot. He's probably the second best quarterback in this draft to me, at least. I still am on Bryce Young. He's the best to me. But number two, I'm not going to go Will Levis. I think I would give it to C.J. Stroud for all the reasons you just named, the positive reasons.
Look, I see a lot of Cardell Jones coming up here. Guys, please hear me and shut the fuck up and just listen for a minute.
Yeah.
Cardell Jones, what was he, a 4th round pick, guys? I'm pretty sure he went in the 3rd or 4th round. Number one, was not a projected 1st round pick. Number two, his biggest issue coming out of college: accuracy, can't lead receivers, anticipation, wow, I can't fucking say that word today. Anticipation throws. Jesus fucking Christ, Adam. What are we doing here? Fucking kick me off the show. Idiot. He had a big arm, but it was just a big arm. And he was a big dunce. That's what he was. And that's why he was a 4th round pick. He ranked in the 46% percentile coming out of college in accuracy. C.J. Stroud is in the 99% percentile, you fucks. So do me a favor. Don't fucking bring up names unless you're going to do your research and fucking talk to me about legitimate comparisons. There is no Ohio State comp to C.J. Stroud. There isn't one. Not even Dwayne Haskins, who put up a phenomenal year.
Yeah, he
had the same fucking issues. Accuracy, touch, anticipation throws. The same fucking issues. I'm not advocating for C.J. Stroud, but what I'm telling you is he has so many qualities that NFL GMs are going to look and say, you know what? I can work with that. I can work with that. And to me, that's worthy of a top 10 pick for any team. And I think he will go top 10. And I think it'd be foolish for a team in the top 10 that needs a quarterback not to take him. Now, you want to talk about the Lions? I don't think that's a must. I think the Lions need to find a way to trade back with a team that wants him or a quarterback. And you guys know what I want to do in the draft, address the defense. But if the Lions take C.J. Stroud, that's not a bad thing. It's not the end of the world. Would I prefer to revamp this defense instead of sit a quarterback for a year behind Jared Goff? I would. But let's all not be naive here. Oh, and then we want to talk about Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson is a big, dumb fuck who has no business being projected in the top 10. And you want to comp him to Josh Allen, be my guest. I wish you were an NFL GM, and I wish you the best of luck, because you'd lose your job in a year and a half by the time you drafted him 10th overall.
Unless he becomes the player you project him to be.
Yeah, 56% completion percentage.
No, it's not great.
Run first. Can only throw bombs downfield. No touch underneath. Who does that sound like? Cardell fucking Jones and Dwayne Haskins all over again. Oh, Malik Willis? I got to hear that again.
Right. That's...
Love you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you giving your feedback. Thanks for sending the mocks. Do me a favor. Don't send me a goddamn one with Anthony Richardson. And don't you dare compare him or upside anything with C.J. Stroud. Because C.J. Stroud coming out, more than Young, more than Levis, has the most NFL-ready arm. And that's not just me saying it. Go fucking watch the kid play. Mm-hmm. Go watch the throws he makes. He makes Sunday throws on Saturdays. Would I take him? No. I want the Lions to go defense. But this isn't about what I would take. This is about the player who checks off a lot of boxes, but also has boxes that matter to me that are unchecked. Handling pressure, adversity, how does he handle it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I'd stay away. All right. What are we going to do here? We're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to go into this hypothetical trade. Who put this out, by the way?
This is per PFF.
Thanks, PFF. Apparently, the Lions should trade for T. Higgins. I'll tell you why. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. Coming up next. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Cintron.
All right, to get me through this trade suggestion, I'm going to go crack open a Cintron, because Cintron World is an aspirational lifestyle beverage brand with a line of sparkling flavored energy beverages and premium bottled water. Cintron is fashionable, functional, and fun if you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste. Cintron is your top choice. Buy online at drinkcintron.com. Cintron is also available at Amazon.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Cintron in your life. Okay. There it is. Cintron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Cintron World, baby. Cintron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CintronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Let me talk about my good friends over at Custom Health Centers. Ryan Ermanni on his journey now, down 20 pounds since he started. Very happy for him, very proud of him. So thank you to Dr. Jason and everybody working with Ryan over at Custom Health Centers. Give him a call, 844-789-8446. We are back.
Fish, why don't you just celebrate?
Fish is an idiot.
He's just over there jumping up and down. Are you watching something?
No, actually not. I probably should be. I should be watching the T20 Women's Cricket World Cup semifinal, but I'm not.
You just celebrated like.
But I'm going to.
You just celebrated like something just happened.
Well, yeah, I'm not allowed to just celebrate.
I mean, hey, do whatever you want. You know, I'll tell you what you can't celebrate is this trade suggestion.
PFF. Here, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Right? They're in the room. They're like, hey, the Bengals can't pay T. Higgins. They got to move him. Oh, I wonder if the Lions should trade for him. Yeah. They'll give up a first-round pick for a guy they're going to have to pay $17, $18, $20 million a year for. Make a graphic for that. T. Higgins for a first-round pick. And a fourth, by the way. Here's what I want you to do. PFF and the Cincinnati Bengals, since you're involved in this. Take those picks. Take the idea of getting those picks. Crumble them up. Ooh. Okay, crumble them up.
Yeah, crumble them.
Soak them in some water.
Yep.
Sprinkle some salt.
Oh. Is it Lowry seasoning salt?
Let it sit for 15, 20 minutes. Pull it back out of the fridge.
Gotcha.
Sprinkle some more salt.
Okay.
Dense it in some water.
Okay.
Let it sit another 15, 20 minutes.
I think I know where this is going.
Where is it sitting in it?
Okay.
Because you had it in the fridge.
Sitting in the fridge.
Okay.
Sitting in the fridge. Okay?
Yep.
Then finally bring it back out.
Okay.
Pour some mustard over it.
Oh.
Okay.
Put some hot sauce on it.
Oh. Hot
sauce.
More salt.
Frank's Red
Put
Hot.
it in the freezer.
Oh,
freezer.
Take it out after a half hour. Shove it straight up your fucking ass. Great. Cool.
That was a long
Glad
way to
we're
get
all
there.
on the same page this morning.
All that just to
Yeah.
If
You
a
coulda just
GM
said
called me
crumple
and
it
said,
and-
"Hey,
but,
give us
oh,
a
wow.
first-round pick for a guy I'm gonna have to shell out $20+ million to be my wide receiver one, day one for," fuck you.
Hey, you know what's funny? The Lions fans spoke on this, and shout out to Booner who helps out with social media. He put a poll up, and Alex, I sent something in our morning show chat thread. He put up a poll asking Lions fans what they would do if they were Brad Holmes and the options at wide receiver. And Alex, let me know when you have it. Okay.
Give him a fucking
because
second.
this poll summarizes, I think, how you're feeling, how I'm feeling, how Lions fans are feeling. Because if you're actually considering T. Higgins, and I'll just talk about the actual trade package itself and what was offered, because they proposed the Lions would acquire T. Higgins, and they'd give up their first-round pick next year in 2023, the only first-round pick they have, and a 2024 fourth-round pick. Okay, the fourth-round pick, it is what it is. But you're trading next year's first-round pick.
You know who should do that deal?
Hell no.
You know who should do that deal? Chicago. Chicago should go make that deal.
If you're going to give the 32nd pick away for Chase Claypool?
Chase Claypool, you're going to have to go with 4 ones apparently for T. Higgins.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Alex. You can throw it up. Let's see what this poll is.
Booner put this up yesterday. What wide receiver, and this is if you're listening, what wide receiver would you have on the Lions next season? He has DJ Chark, Robert Woods, who was just cut. Sign and trade T. Higgins and draft a wide receiver. Out of all the 4 selections, 57%
Shame on you.
chose DJ Chark.
Shame on all of you.
What, you don't like
the
this?
17% of you
that
said to draft a wide receiver. There is a special place in hell for all of you. Now, the 19% of you, I told you what to do with a crumbled up piece of paper. All right? So you already know what to do there. And the 7% that say, oh, Jared Goff, Robert Woods, there's a connection, fuck off. You bring back the DJ Chark, not because he's better than T. Higgins. You bring back Chark because he adds a dynamic to your offense that you want.
Yep.
A big-bodied receiver. You can throw a 17, 18-yard route. What is it? What the fuck am I trying to say here? You can throw a 15, 17, 18-yard out route to, or a sideline toss, or a go-get-it, which is just throwing the ball up in the air and, hey, one-on-one matchup.
Yeah,
my guy's going to win that
throw him
matchup.
a go ball.
Which you saw a lot of in the Green Bay game down the stretch against Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's what you want, and you already saw it work. Is he injured? Does he have an injury history? Yes, it's frustrating. But miss me with the idea of getting T. Higgins. Let alone drafting a wide receiver in the first or second round.
Correction for the trade itself, 23 draft pick. Doesn't say which one, but it's the 18th, assuming. So you're trading 18th.
Yeah, imagine giving up pick number 6.
Oh, hell no.
Man, I would copy, not copy, is it the copy machine in the office? Is that what they call it? I would copy my balls.
Like a fax machine?
And I would fax it to Cincinnati. And I would make sure I would get all the texture. I maybe even nut on the copying machine just to make my point.
No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. I promise you do not need to do that. Yeah, I think you made your point with just your balls. I agree, though. I don't. T. Higgins to me, I mean, someone's acquiring T. Higgins to be their first, or I wouldn't even say second, because what he's going to be asking for, he's your number one. Well, Lions don't need that. You got to pay him on. You got to pay Jameson.
You need a defensive tackle.
Yes.
You need a linebacker, and you need a corner. Yes. Not only a corner, but 2. All right. Counting Up says, you don't know if these top corners are going to be lockdown corners. Well, you know what? Counting Up, for the last 5 years, shutdown corners have come out in the first round every single year. I expect Brad Holmes to figure it the fuck out. Okay, I don't need to do his job for him. I don't need to do the job for the Detroit Lions. Full trust and confidence in Brad Holmes at the moment. Fucking figure out how to get one here.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the excuses. You figured out how to draft a wide receiver not in the first round and him become one of the better receivers in the NFL with Amon-Ra. You figured out how to draft an elite pass rusher. You figured out how to find James Houston for some reason, and he was amazing last year.
He was.
You found Penei Sewell. Figure it out. That's your job. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't.
Yeah, this offer makes no sense.
A
Absolutely no
first
sense.
and a fourth. Lick my balls, Cincinnati. Lick them. The idea of giving up pick 18 in a future fourth or a current fourth.
There's been a lot of wide receiver rumors over the last couple of days.
Why?
Did you see?
Why?
Did you see the clip with Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I saw that. He wants to play with Jared Goff. Or something like that.
Yeah, like it's some streamer that's a Detroit Lions fan was streaming with Tyreek, and he asked him, "What do you think about Jared Goff?" And
Is
he
it
said,
Blevins?
I
Pretty
can't
sure, because
remember.
that's what's his face, Ninja's brother.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think I saw this clip. 100%. That's why I know.
Tyreek said, "I like Jared Goff. If I had a chance to play with him, I would." It's like, no, we don't. The wide receiver conversation. We need DBs. Could we go stream with DBs? That would be great. Go stream with DBs, linebackers, interior defensive linemen, and we can hear what they think about Jared Goff. Wide receivers right now, you don't need one. Sign DJ Chark and move on. That's my opinion. You're not paying clearly T. Higgins what he's asking for, and I don't even want to give up the draft capital. Makes no sense.
Donovan Peoples-Jones is an underrated. Is underrated. Excuse me. Would you get him in a trade for a third and a future third? I'd rather fucking cut my balls off than trade 1 third-round pick, let alone 2, for DPJ. Overrated, useless. Just re-sign DJ Chark, and I think you'll get Chark on a decent deal for a 1-year deal because he needs to prove he can play a full season, so he can go somewhere else and get a 3-4 year deal and take care of his family. That's where Chark's priorities are right now.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a team in the NFL right now that's going to give him a long-term deal. They're all going to offer him a 1-year prove it. I think you should come back to Detroit, get 55, 60 catches, 80, 900 yards. That'd be ideal. A few touchdowns, play a full season. Get the hell out. Go make your money, man.
And I think Chark just wants consistency, like within an organization. I mean, even with the Jacksonville Jaguars and going back to his time at LSU, he had different offensive coordinators, different coaches. Like to come back to Detroit and to have the same OC, the same head coach, the same system, like that's something that I think DJ Chark is most interested in, and the Lions, perfect spot for him to do that. So to me, it's DJ Chark or bust in free agency. I mean, even if you look at the wide receivers that are going to be free agents, you could argue DJ Chark's the best wide receiver probably available.
And again, look at the receiving room, right? Josh Reynolds, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra, Khalif Raymond. It's not special yet. You're hoping Jameson Williams gives you something special this year. You'd like to think he will, right? Even re-signing Chark isn't top priority.
Mm-hmm.
But it does add a dimension to your offense if you can afford him on a 1-year deal that's, friendly. And again, I don't think there's a team out there, that, especially the Lions, that's going to offer him a multi-year deal. Who would? He's injured. Second season in a row he's injured. He missed games this year.
Yeah.
I'm not committing long-term to you. He's got to prove it. And like I said, go get his money next year. We'll take a break. When we get back, interesting documentary coming out. What the hell is this?
Yeah, Netflix.
A Netflix special for quarterbacks? I can't wait to hear Kirk Cousins say, "Gosh dang it!" Never been more excited in my life. Oh, can't wait to hear Jackson Mahomes either.
Is it worth a watch? That's what we'll discuss.
No, I'll tell you right now, no. But we'll get to that.
And I'll
next.
tell you yes.
But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Chili Peppers Tanning.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find all the cleanest salons in the D with spotless sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. They'll beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Chili Peppers Tanning, your vitamin D headquarters. 27 locations and more on the way.
Chili Peppers Tan.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. Because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy back at it. Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can. Some favorites during Lent, like shrimp Alfred, shrimp stir fry, and the new fish sandwich. Go to your local Big Boy today. Don't forget, all-you-can-eat fish fry buffet on Friday nights at Big Boy.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com as always. All right, Jeff, what the hell is this?
So, Netflix just announced recently, in cooperation with the NFL, that they're actually coming out with a new series on Netflix, actually going through, and I believe right now it's only 3 quarterbacks, but I'm assuming as time goes on, there'll be more quarterbacks featured. It's a it's like a docu-series, I guess, going through Fish. What's up?
No, go on.
Okay. You just had his hand raised. It's a docu-series basically going through these quarterbacks. The 3 quarterbacks they mentioned: Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, and I think it's more them mic'd up, them going through the season. I don't think it'll be this past season. Maybe next season. I have to double check. But it's basically just going through the day in the life or day at work, or what these quarterbacks go through mentally, the obstacles they face, all of that. The only quarterback that intrigued me the most, clearly, is Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I mean, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota. Okay,
I'm not watching any of them.
I'm interested in Patrick Mahomes.
Why? Why do I want to see his fuckhead brother?
You're not going to see his. I don't think you're going to see his.
No,
why do I want to see him dancing like a fucking idiot?
Yeah, they'll put his brother in there probably once or twice.
I don't want to see it. I don't. What are Patrick Mahomes' struggles? His family? He doesn't have any football struggles.
He's going to tell you.
2-time Super Bowl champion. Best quarterback in the NFL right now.
That's why you should tap in.
I don't know about his struggles. But I got to see his fucking brother dance.
I mean, you might be if you're interested in that.
I'm not.
Do you know any TikTok dances? Would you like to stand up and do one for us?
No, I don't even have TikTok. When I say I don't have it, I'm pretty sure my profile's still up, but I deleted the app.
Well, yeah, because you got banned a little while ago.
So you wouldn't be interested at all?
Not at all.
And even just tuning into any content related to the NFL?
Nothing related to that.
Do you watch any of the mic'd ups?
No.
Man, you...
Huh. Interesting.
I love them. I love all the mic'd up. Maybe I'm a little different. I'm coming at this from a different perspective. Alex, can you put a poll up in the chat? Are you tuning into this on Netflix? Quarterback, the series that's coming out soon. I don't know if it's this upcoming season. I didn't think it was that bad. Matt, feel free to chime in too. I mean, you saw the announcement. What do you think? Yay or nay?
I wish there were better quarterbacks they had featured. I like Patrick Mahomes, but Mariota and Kirk Cousins don't.
Yeah, I don't think anyone gives a damn.
But I'm tuning in. I like the behind-the-scenes stuff. It's just they're not the most exciting guys.
Yeah, I get to hear his wife talk. Yeah, I get to hear Jackson Mahomes in the background dancing.
I thought you want him mostly like on the field. He's going to be mic'd up. Like we get to get like that in-game experience. I might be wrong.
They're going to do behind the scenes.
So I get the in-game experience of Kermit the Frog talking. Yay!
Oh my god.
Hey guys, we gotta get one back.
He does have a raspy voice.
Kirk doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, Kirk. The gosh dang it,
Marcus, you're gonna sell me a docu-series with Marcus Mariota?
Yep.
The trash of trash in the NFL at quarterback now.
Well, he probably had some struggles out at
Are
Oregon.
you kidding me? What are we gonna embark on his journey of how he got benched in Atlanta? Wow, riveting stuff. The fuck. Waste my time with this.
Look at the votes are coming in right now. 70% say no. 30% say yes.
Good for all of you. Say no. Delete social media off your phone. Stop wasting your time with this shit. No, we're not gonna watch this stupid docu-series.
So
go on, Fish.
I don't know if you're aware, Netflix has done a bunch of these over the past couple years. They've done the most recent one, or the popular one, is the Formula One Drive to Survive series that they've done. They recently did a tennis one 2 months ago.
Drive to Survive. That's what it's called.
That's the Formula One. They've done a tennis one a few weeks ago.
One they just came out with?
And then, they had the Full Swing, the golf one that they just came out with Wednesday, I believe, a few days ago. So no shocker that the NFL said, "Oh,
since we're throwing bums on the TV screen now, we might as well do a docu-series for Jeff Okudah and how he went from the prize, the 3rd overall pick, to a fucking scrub."
I would actually enjoy that.
He's our Pride of the Lions spotlight this week on WoodwardSportsNetwork.com.
What does that mean?
We're doing a series on Lions players, and Okudah gets this week's nod.
Yeah, what is there to talk about?
Talk about his history, his story.
His story.
He's got a
story.
pretty interesting story.
Are you talking personal life or football life?
Mostly personal.
Oh, okay, that's different. That's fine.
Say what story?
Yeah.
Well, because he doesn't have a story in the NFL. He's been a bum.
Well,
exactly. He doesn't.
Maybe not a great story, but you're drafted 3rd overall. You tear your Achilles.
It's a great.
Like
Sean Taylor
you're getting back.
did more in the NFL than Jeff Okudah has so far. And he was killed.
Well, Sean Taylor was like on track to be.
Different.
Well,
Yeah.
he was a Hall of Famer. He was on track to be one, 100%.
So like that's not
my
even
point.
the same realm.
That's my point.
So, anyways,
Christ,
Netflix has done all these documentaries where they go look inside different players, get their perspectives on life, talk about
Perspective on what? They're professional
before
athletes.
they
What are we fucking
came into
am I
the
talking
league.
You need to be more
After
open.
they came into the league.
Am I talking to Marcus
in the
Aurelius?
league.
So, who was the day in the life of I'm going through here? It's a professional athlete who's in the gym 2-3 times a day, studying film, perfecting their craft. That's it. And then they deal with their life stuff, sure.
And they're going to show you all the behind-the-scenes stuff on that. Maybe how they work out, what their workout routine is, how much film they watch, what certain film they look at.
Have you ever seen Last Chance U? You ever tuned into that?
I have heard of it.
Football
No.
or basketball? You never seen it?
I know what it is, but no, I haven't tuned into it.
But do you watch any like sports?
No, he does
content?
not.
Like besides games itself?
No, he sleeps under a rock.
No.
He sleeps under a rock. Matt, you have
Or
right?
an ostrich.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Under the sand.
What do you want to know? What are we
Well,
going to talk
I
about?
was just asking because I'm into that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I like the document, either docuseries or documentaries that go into athletes in general. I like Last Chance U. But Adam apparently doesn't watch anything.
they're cool.
Doesn't watch Mic'd Up. He doesn't care, and that's fair.
I think
What
they're
am
cool.
I going to get
like
out of watching Mic'd Up? Huh?
a different perspective that you haven't seen
What
before.
perspective?
You're not getting that during the game.
On-field communication.
Yeah.
Like you get.
My concern is you're not going to hear anything real with the stuff that's going on. You know, Tiger Woods, his prank with Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
No one's going to show
No.
what the guys are actually saying.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, true.
Or
Yeah,
that's why they pick Kirk Cousins and Mariota.
It's what they want you to hear.
The golf one, it's actually decent.
Well, because they're going inside the LIV people.
Because they're walking you through their journey.
Yeah.
This is a mic'd up. That means it's only on the field. I'm not.
No. They're going to go.
It'll be Journey.
Yeah, they're going to do all of it.
It'll be Journey.
Well,
They're
whose
gonna go-
journey, what journey is there for Marcus Mariota and Kirk Cousins?
Well,
Mahomes, okay, fine.
you'll have to figure it
had
out.
a great collegiate career.
Yeah.
Drafted. It
Did
didn't
great at
necessarily
Oregon.
work.
for 10 years.
Well,
and he's somehow still in the NFL.
yes,
Must be nice.
but still.
Must be nice to suck balls at your job and still be employed for 10 years.
All right.
Must be nice.
All right.
They're probably going to focus on Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl this year. They'll go all
Yeah,
into
that's
that.
fine. That's fine. I just don't want to see his brother or his wife.
Well,
I mean, I would agree.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think anybody would.
Well, that's why I'm not tuning in.
But
Well, you
they're
don't tune
probably
in
gonna
Until
show
one
'em.
of you watch it and you tell me they're not in it.
Okay,
Right?
have you seen the Jordan Last Dance documentary?
Yes.
Okay,
that,
cool.
that is totally different.
I mean, is it?
It is. It is.
They're going into Jordan's life of basketball. They're
Yeah, but
interviewing
this
him.
might be just the season. I don't know if it's like their career, like it's a documentary, but documentary. Okay, Adam he's checked out. All right, noted. Adam doesn't.
They're going
like
into
nice
Jordan's
things.
career. They're talking
Noted.
to all of Jordan's players that he played with, all of his former players, and they're going into his life story. They're talking to all the writers that reported on him, saying, how'd you think Jordan played? Talking to all of his enemies that he had on and off the court.
You're talking about the most interesting basketball player in the last 100 years.
Yeah, there's-
and arguably the first
Yeah.
or second
I
greatest
know.
ever.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware.
The NFL is pitching me Kirk fucking Cousins
Yeah.
and Marcus Mariota. Oh, and Patrick Mahomes, who was really good.
I didn't say it's...
But his fucking family drives me nuts.
It's not on the level, but it's like... That
It's not
style.
even close.
It's that
Fish.
style, though. I'm telling you what style you're getting. You're getting
I'll
that
tell you what
style.
style you're getting. It'd be like if the NBA
that
came out with
style.
a documentary about Boobie Gibson.
Who?
You know who he is.
Boobie Gibson.
Friday Night Lights.
Gibson.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, there we go.
One of the best running backs of all time.
See?
Is that
Someone
the movie?
knows.
Yeah.
Okay, I think now I know. Sorry,
So-
the name didn't ring a bell. Movie did, though. Now I'm putting it together.
Finally,
Sorry, boys.
about
It's not
time.
that deep. I'm gonna be tuning into it. If it stinks, I'll tune out of it. But I did see. I'm learning more things about you. How you don't really consume any of this stuff, which is fine.
No, I'm
That's
off.
why we're together. You know, I'll help you
Do you
out.
know,
But,
Jeff, do you know how many episodes it is?
no, I
Okay.
haven't seen the amount of episodes there'll be. But and I didn't even see the release date.
I
just saw
imagine
this
it'll
was-
be a few episodes, 4 or 5.
So whether you like it or not, It'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, they've got all the sports, so not a shocker that NFL, NBA could be next, NHL, I don't know. They're just trying to do all the sports. Netflix is getting all the documentaries
Detroit
they
B
want.
says in the chat, Adam is bugging. Mariota and Cousins might be the most interesting. It's a story of two dudes trying to prove that they belong.
There we go, see?
Look at, see?
It's
Detroit
all about
B
the
sees
diversity and the
bigger picture.
adversity they face in the NFL.
You know, imagine I call my wife.
Come on.
Hey, honey, how are you? Hey, remember that dinner I told you I was going to take you out for? You know what? Fuck you. I'm going to go watch Kirk Cousins and Marcus Mariota and how they're going to survive in the NFL.
Are you asking me to call your wife?
Would you watch if the NBA did a documentary on Corey Joseph? You wouldn't tune into that or no?
That's the equivalent for what they're pitching me in the NFL.
That's actually a good comp.
That's what they're pitching me.
What if
and then
they...
imagine the Mahomes comp would be John Morant right now. Except he's not a champion. That's the only thing. John Morant, exceptional.
He talks
Family
before
drives
he wins
me nuts.
anything. Yeah.
Talks more than he actually delivers. He's really the problem, and his dad. But you know, not everybody can have a Jackson Mahomes on their team.
Is there a player you would watch a documentary for?
Yeah,
a
players
player or
that
a team
have played and are done playing, not ones that are currently playing. I find that odd.
So if they were to do Tom Brady, you'd watch because it's the former player?
Tom Brady, yeah, I'd tune in. Well, not really, because I lived the Tom Brady story. It's a little different.
Okay.
Like I'd watch a Bad Boys documentary.
Okay.
I'd watch a documentary on Showtime.
Did
Lakers.
you watch the Bad Boy documentary?
Yeah, I'd watch one on the... hell, I'd watch one on anything that isn't now.
Okay, so you're angry because it's current players, not...
No, I'm angry because it's stupid.
Oh, okay.
I'm angry because they're selling me a product of Kirk Cousins and Marcus Mariota like I give a shit.
D. Smitty says, what if it was a Lions player? Would you watch that?
No. Who?
No,
Who?
you would. If
Who?
you would. You tap in if it's a
Outside of
Lions
Barry
player.
Sanders and Calvin Johnson, who the fuck would I waste my time watching, huh?
You'd watch it because it's the Lions.
No, the fuck I wouldn't.
You would say that, and then it'd be
No,
9
the
o'clock.
fuck I wouldn't.
It would be on your TV, and you'd be
No.
like, I can't.
Never.
I got tap in. You tap
Never.
in. You're tapping in.
What documentary?
You're
He did
tapping in.
nothing in Detroit. His documentary
You're
doesn't start
tapping
until the
in.
day he leaves.
No.
What?
They talk about how all the things he did in Detroit, the
What did
adversity
he
he
do?
faced in Detroit.
Nothing. 12 years. 0 divisions. 0 playoff wins.
I'm sure he would like to defer that.
He can defer my fucking nuts. It's just the truth.
he might do that.
There's a lot
and in
more.
those 12 years, Jim Caldwell, Jim Schwartz,
Yep.
and fucking whoever the hell was there. Matt Patricia. How about that? Way to go, Detroit.
I would watch a doc on
What
Matt
a
Patricia.
fucking waste of 12
see,
years.
there you go. So
That
he'd
Matt
watch one on
Patricia
Matt
What a
Patricia.
waste
There
of
you
12
go.
years. I would watch a Matt Patricia documentary.
That
there we go.
I
Finally
would
got-
love. No.
There we go.
Matt Patricia documentary would be epic. Imagine.
Oh, he's standing.
Introductory press conference.
Yep.
Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn. Welcome to the Detroit Lions. Thank you. We're happy to be here.
Why are they
All right. First, you go behind the scenes.
Yeah,
You're
I didn't
welcome,
know.
Matt Patricia.
I didn't know Matt
He's
Patricia was
walking around
Southern.
Allen Park.
Jeff, did you know Matt Patricia was Southern?
Put the camera on Jeff for a second. Jeff, you're going to be Darius Slay. I'm Matt Patricia.
This is interesting.
What's up, Darius?
What's up, coach?
Listen, you fucking pussy.
Oh, okay.
Don't you dare ever fucking show up to my team working out with a bunch of other fuckers. You understand me, you bitch? You're not even a top 5, let alone top 10 corner.
I'm sure
I
that's.
see you working out with these pussies again. Cutting your
Hey,
ass, bitch.
Hey, where's your four-wheeler? You
Walking
gotta
to
have
the
your
team meeting.
four-wheeler.
Walking to the team meeting. All right, bitches. I'm the fucking smartest guy in the room.
Hell yeah.
I run this bitch.
Hell yeah.
I just gave up 600 yards of offense in the Super Bowl, and that's why I'm here. Because we're gonna fucking change shit around here. No more phones, no
Yeah.
more music,
Yeah.
no more girls, no more food. Fuck all of you. Suck my dick.
Ping pong table goes
That
away.
would be epic. That would be epic.
But you forgot the most important part. He's saying all
Ping
of
pong
that
table
while he's
gone.
on a four-wheeler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's the
He didn't tear his
four-wheeler?
Achilles yet.
Yeah, where's the
He's on a
four-wheeler?
four-wheeler.
Yep.
And he's talking
Riding
That would be
around.
epic.
That would.
That would be epic. Imagine getting into Rod Marinelli. A documentary on him.
No.
The 0-16 season. Going up to the locker room after
No.
week 1.
They should do one on the
boys,
0-16
boys,
season.
It's all good. It's all good. It's only one game. 3 weeks later. Hey, boys, look, 0-4. Not the best. But hey,
Nope.
you know what? Look, we got the bye coming up. Let's reset. Let's come out one game at a time. 4 weeks later. All right, boys, 0-8. It's getting kind of fucking ridiculous. Let's get our shit together. 4 weeks
There's
later,
been a few teams
0-12.
that have had
All
that
right, guys,
issue.
you know what? At this point, let's just fucking lose the rest of the games. Let's just get the number 1 overall pick and make history because we fucking suck. 3 weeks later. All right, boys, look, I know what I said 3 weeks ago, but we're 0-15. Can we not go 0-16? That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yep.
0-16. Well, look, guys, that was a shit season. The owner walks up. William Clay Ford walks in. Hey, boys, look, honestly, that was really fucking bad. That was embarrassing.
That's my job done.
Sadly, this is the first time under my ownership we've made history, and it unfortunately is in the bad. That would be a great documentary, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
Drafting Joey Harrington.
Oh,
that would be epic.
Yeah, that would be.
Drafting Joey Harrington would be epic. Matt Millen gives a call. Hey, Steve. What's up, Steve? We want to take Joey Harrington. I don't want him. Well, we're taking him. Well, I don't want him. Okay, well, we're taking him. Hey, send the card. Joey Harrington, number 3 overall. Boom. Joey Harrington walks into his room, a meeting room. Hey, Matt Millen, nice to meet you. William Clay, nice to meet you. Oh, my God, everybody, I'm so happy to be at Detroit Lions. Steve Mariucci, how are you? Fuck yourself, kid. You're not starting here. You're a piece of shit. You're not starting. I'll never play you in my life. Oh, well, thanks. There goes my NFL career. That'd be fucking great. Huh?
Have you thought about being an actor
tough.
at all?
I mean, that's tough.
Dude, I should write scripts on this shit.
Yeah. Have you thought about being an actor? You can still go.
I'm just saying, this would be epic.
I didn't say it wouldn't be. It'd be good.
Go to the Jeff Okudah draft.
No.
Oh my God, that would be insane.
No, we got to go to.
Hey, we're trading Darius Slay.
No.
All right.
At this
All
point,
right, draft time comes
Jeff,
up.
this point,
All
we're taking it in the mailbag.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yep.
And Justin Herbert on the board. You know what we do 2 weeks before the draft? Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia sitting in their room with Sheila Hamp and Martha. All right, we got the ultimate draft strategy. We're going to draft a shutdown corner.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because we're trading Darius Slay.
Yeah.
And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to sign a backup quarterback 2 weeks
Yes.
before the draft, so everybody knows that we're not interested in drafting one and replacing
Yep.
Matthew Stafford, and then we
Yep.
can trade back. And we're going to sit there at 3 and take
Yep.
the fucking worst corner coming out of that draft. Bob Quinn making the call. All right, send the pick in. Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn, we are taking Jeff Okudah.
Yeah.
We are the best. They hang up the phone. They look at Martha. They look at everybody in the room. They're like, oh my God, I think I just saved my job.
Lions on 3, 1, 2, 3, Lions.
What else we got? Huh?
We
what
gotta
other
go.
documentaries?
Yeah, are we going off to?
I'm not going
break?
to break yet. I'm
Okay.
not done yet.
Cool.
What other documentaries could we do
You
on
just
that?
ran through every
Huh?
single option we have. I think.
What else?
I think you just ran through
Darko
everything.
Milicic?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Darko
No,
Milicic.
don't.
Whoa,
Oh,
what do you
God,
mean no?
that would be epic.
Yeah, you have to do that
Should
one.
be in that one. Warning.
I think
Yeah.
Terry should lead that one. You know why?
Yeah.
Warning, Joe
Because it would go
Dumars.
something along the lines of this.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know
Joe.
he warned him too. That was pretty
Hey, Joe.
cool.
Look,
One of his
there's
scouts
this
out there in the
European
Europe.
kid. All right, really nice.
From
Got a lot of
Syria.
great attributes about him. But Joe, there's Carmelo Anthony, who'll be a top 10 player at his position all time.
Oh, jeez.
There's Dwayne Wade, who'll be a
Dwayne
top
Wade
10
was
player
in
at his position of all time. There's Chris Bosh, who'll be a
Oh,
top 10
Bosh.
player at his position
He was
of all
good.
time. They will all be available to you.
Yep.
Or you can draft the
Darko
farm.
Milicic.
Joe Dumars walks up to the podium. Give me that farmer, baby. Give me the farmer. He ain't gonna be playing much longer.
You know what? I think you should direct the Alavila doc.
Oh, the Alavila
Oh,
doc
you
would
should
be-
lead it.
I
You
think
should lead it.
Alavila's got to be the winner.
The Alavila doc is easy. You walk around
Yeah.
carrying your stomach 300 fucking pounds, right? You walk around and say, hello? This is Al Avila. How can I help you? Hey, Al, we want to take every single good player you have, and we want to give you nothing. Wait. Let's backtrack a little bit.
We want to give you J.D.
I'm
Martinez.
giving you the opening model. You ready?
And Miguel Cabrera.
I'm going to give you the full Al Avila
And Justin
documentary.
Verlander. And Max
Uncut version.
Scherzer. Go for it. The floor is
Introduce
yours.
one of the most
Should I
storied
put some music under this? Hold on.
in Major League Baseball history.
What is this music
Al
I saw?
Avila.
Oh, you hear him?
Al Avila walks in the room. Shrewd business dealer.
That.
This is Al Avila talking. How can I help you? Hell, it's John Bob. Look, I want to take every single good player you have, and I want to give you nothing. What do you think? Give me 1 second. Puts the phone on mute. Looks at his staff. Guys, I just made the trade of the fucking century. I traded away our whole goddamn team. We're going to go into a 17th rebuild in 3 years, and we don't give a fuck because I'm Al Avila. I do what the fuck I want. Unmute the mic. Hey, after further consideration, look, we're going to have to take a little less than nothing to make this work. How about we throw in 3 more players you can take? What do you think about that? Deal? All right, cool. That's Al Avila. Documentary done. 5 minutes long. Not even.
Oh, this is what I was looking for.
Fucking loser. All right, we gotta
We
go
just
to break.
burned an entire segment on
I just
potential
burned a half
documentary
hour.
ideas, dude. I love it.
Oh, well, we got to go to break. Sorry,
Mailbag.
guys. Mailbag coming up next. But before we do draft, our good friends over at Swiss Insurance.
Swiss Insurance. Be sure to check with them this week for your commercial insurance review. Many businesses choose a 1/1 effective date, but you could still get in even in February. Swiss can make sure you have the proper coverage. Swiss Insurance. Give them a shot and you won't be disappointed. Contact them, Mark at SwissINS.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
Today, $10 a month, planetfitness.com. What the hell are you waiting for? Your fitness is essential. Get to a local Planet Fitness near you or by signing up at planetfitness.com. We are back, and how could I forget? A documentary on drafting Eric Ebron. Let me bring you inside the war room.
No, don't.
Let me bring you inside.
I don't want to see inside the war room.
All right? Jeez. Martin Mayhew, Jim Caldwell, having a conversation. Martin Mayhew says, hey, I really like this Aaron Donald kid, Jim. Give me an evaluation of this team. What are you missing? Well, you know, Martin, I'm looking at this team. I think we need a fucking tight end. Is what we need. We need a tight end who can turn around our team and take us to the Super Bowl because tight ends get you to the Super Bowl. I don't really agree with that, Jim. Well, shut the fuck up because I've had 2 winning seasons in 3 years. You're going to shut the fuck up and do what I say. You understand? I was 11-5. I was 11-5. And then 7-9. And then 9-7 and 9-7. But I'm the greatest.
Why do you sound like you're from Gold Rush?
I have no idea.
A TV show.
I have no idea. I don't even know what that show is.
This is like Deadliest Catch. You sound
you go to the war room. Jim Caldwell makes a phone call. Calvin Johnson, the most important player on this team. Hey, Calvin. How you doing, buddy? Hey, look, I know we just got our asses kicked in the playoffs. I think we can win a Super Bowl. A Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
If I go get us a tight end, what do you think? It'll complete the offense. It'll take a load off you. We'll win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Calvin? Coach, I'm honestly, whatever you want. Bye. Calvin calls his agent. I'm probably done after 2-3 years of this shit. Hangs up the phone. Jim Caldwell says, I got Calvin Johnson to sign off on this. We need a tight end. Joy Bell agrees. Everybody agrees. Draft me a tight end. I don't care what you got to do.
Yeah.
Hangs up the phone. Martin Mayhew. Send the ticket. For who? Odell Beckham? Nah, fuck him. Aaron Donald. Greatest defensive tackle maybe of all time? Nah, fuck him. Give me Eric Ebron.
They had him open.
Eric Ebron? Are you sure? Yeah. Give me Eric Ebron. All right. Sends the ticket. And with the 10th overall pick in the 20-something draft, I fucking forget, the Detroit Lions select Eric Ebron. Congratulations, you dumb motherfuckers. I can't believe you actually passed on 2 Hall of Fame players. Having said that, Jim Caldwell in the war room. Yeehaw! We just got ourselves a tight end. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
This turned into a pilot for like moonshiners. What are we doing here? This is like the most.
Oh God.
Hey, speaking of Super Bowl, since you brought it up, did all of y'all see the leaked script yesterday
It's
that
not a
came
leak.
out.
It's Photoshop.
Well,
Like,
I know.
Don't waste my time.
No, I know, but I'm just
Bullshit.
saying, hey, we posted on our page, so it's something to talk about. But yeah, people were commenting though that the NFC is away, I guess, which I didn't know that you already knew who's away and who's home.
How about
so
we
they
do
were
a
saying it should
documentary
be
on the
flipped.
2022 NFL
So
draft?
Lions lost. Oh, sweet.
Oh, don't.
Tom Masway. Let me get my Italian voice off of this.
How's your massive voice gonna go?
Hey, Lou, what are you gonna do? You gotta drop Malik Willis, huh? What do you think? I'll do the easy one.
Derek Jeter.
Kyle Hamilton's the next Ed Reed.
Well, who's that?
Gotta take
Who's
him up
that?
to Raw. Do a 2022 documentary on the Woodward Sports advocation for Kyle Hamilton and Malik Willis. That'll be fun.
Who's the big guy you were portraying? That guy. Who's?
That was easy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to do Easy's voice.
Yeah, just.
But man, son of a bitch, huh?
Yeah, you do it.
I wish I
You
could
do
speak
it pretty
Italian.
good. Yeah, you do it pretty good.
Hey, Paisan, what are you doing, huh? You son of a bitch.
Yeah, okay.
Huh? Give me Malik Willis or give me death.
Give me my pizza.
My favorite Godfather line would be...
So Alec G said, was that Italian or Jerry Seinfeld?
I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, God. Oh, God. How about we do a documentary on the Pistons free agency where we signed Charlie Villanueva and Ben Gordon?
No, we can stay away from that one. That one.
Oh, good times.
Call it hairless.
Good times. How about extending Andre Drummond? That should be fun.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. Oh,
A
God.
lot of interesting things have happened in the Detroit sports world.
All right. What else we got? Let's
As
actually
like
do
30
mailbag.
questions just passed by us.
Sorry, let's
we'll
do
go back.
mailbag. What do we got?
Just scroll up.
What do we got?
Jack says, can we get an Adham documentary being led by Jeff?
I would love
I would
that.
probably stay as far away from that documentary as possible.
Why? You wouldn't want to be associated with Adam Beydoun?
No, it's not that I don't want to be
You already
associated.
have a show with
I don't
him.
know where I'd start with that one. I'll
How
let
about we do
someone
a
else.
documentary on Michigan fans?
Oh, that's a good one.
Michigan football fans.
Yeah, that's a good one. Not even football, just
That'd be a
Michigan
good
fans in
one.
general.
That'd be a good one.
It was targeting. It was targeting.
It was targeting. It was a touchdown.
Touchdown.
We won that game.
I hope Jim
How
Harbaugh's
about
watching.
Michigan State fans? Tuck coming. Win what? 4 games the next year?
Yeah.
Fuck. So brutal, man.
Nobody's safe today. What the hell?
So
You
brutal.
woke up chose violence,
So
didn't you?
brutal, dude.
Yeah,
Woke up,
but
chose
because he's
violence.
angry because he
So
was a Michigan
brutal.
What
State
about a
fan for
documentary
1
on
year
Jim
and left.
Harbaugh interviewing with NFL teams?
Hey, look, I would
Oh,
love
that's
to
a
be
good
your
one.
head coach for the NFL. I'm trying to get the fuck out of Ann Arbor. I can't be there anymore. Will you gonna fly me out to Minnesota? I'll be there tomorrow, motherfucker. Flies out to Minnesota, meets the team. Hey, everybody, look, I'm in a fucking weird shit. I love dudes. I love women. I love everybody. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
Where's your khakis and your hat?
All right, we're gonna hire Kevin O'Connell. Moving on. I can't do one on the Red Wings because they've been nothing but uber successful.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah,
Well,
you
no, Blashill, hold on.
Jeff, look at
Blashill, you
Q's
can do Blashill.
I don't want to do the Blashill era. It's not fun.
Okay.
QT asks in the YouTube chat there, mailbag, Brendan Miller, is he a Piston or a prisoner next season? Wow.
Well, that's
Oh
fucked up.
boy, yeah, that is.
Well,
And that's
Yeah.
coming from me. And I say a lot of fucked up
yeah.
shit.
The fact that you just said that
Yeah.
means
The kid
it
did
is.
nothing wrong. Oh, I think a Javed Best documentary would be good.
Ooh,
All right, fuck
yeah.
it. I don't give a shit. Full send this morning. Beat Javed Best. Get drafted. Horrible concussion coming out of college. Get to the NFL. I can't wait to be an NFL running back.
He had a great run, everyone remembers that.
All right, I'm back. I'm good. Can't wait to be an NFL running back.
No. Okay.
Career
Why do you
That's the Javed Best
Hey,
documentary.
he had that great run at
1
Ford
minute
Field
long.
on Monday Night
That's
Football.
longer in bed. What's up?
He had that great run on Monday Night Football that everyone remembers. You
Yeah, it
still
was
watch
pretty
it
long.
back.
I remember
See?
that.
Yep.
I remember that.
So put that in the documentary. Where does that should be like number 1, right?
you just let what he just said slide right past you? He said 1 minute long, longer than what I last in bed.
I did not. I heard that. Yeah, I tried to move on from that.
Like you just let that one just fly right over.
Oh
you.
man,
No,
I love Dan
run
Orlovsky,
away.
but this would be a
I
great
was running
documentary.
away from that.
The Dan Orlovsky documentary.
Oh,
You
running
ready?
out of the back of the end
Second
zone.
round pick to the Detroit Lions, scrambling out of the back. What was it? God, back in the end zone against Minnesota.
Minnesota Vikings at
Dan
wherever they
Orlovsky
played,
drops
the
back to
Dome.
pass, scrambling. Jared Allen chasing his ass down. Oh my God, the motherfucker stepped in the air. He stepped out of bounds. Documentary over. Now he's one of the best people on TV, though. Adam is a poor role model. I don't give a fuck. If you look up to me, you have a problem. All right.
You have a bunch of people that do.
Will, but we'll address that when we get there.
I'll take care of my child. Has nothing to do with my work life. All right. Adam, do one on Dwayne Casey. Oh, that one's easy. That one's easy. Walk into the room. All right, I am the next coach of the Detroit Pistons, and in 7 years, I will accomplish nothing. Sounds like a presidential candidate to me. Moving on. Next one. What else we got here? Let's see. An Aaron Rodgers documentary on how he's won more in the dating game than on the field. I mean, he won a Super Bowl, so, I want to dog him.
Aaron Rodgers documentary would actually be pretty interesting.
Oh, God.
Because he's a pretty interesting guy.
Can Adam go one full episode without cussing? Zero chance. Zero chance.
Yeah, we tried to have you go a day like a few months ago with zero swears. I don't think it happened.
The truth? You want to know what I'm told after the show? I'm told to apologize to sports owners and teams. I'm told to quiet down, and I don't give a fuck.
No, I can tell that.
And I'm not changing.
No.
Especially when it's me and you. I don't cuss. You cuss. It's a good balance.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Once in a while, Jeff goes and drops one in there.
I have a co-host who
throw it in there.
Throw it in there. Swear. How do you not?
Yeah. Right? This is a kid-friendly show when I'm not talking.
Which is every 8 seconds.
Oh, God. I wonder if they'll let me into Comerica Park this year. We'll see.
No, you're right. You're not touching that. You're not touching that place for 30
All right. 10 o'clock
you said
on
good
a
thing about the
Thursday. We're
Tigers
out
this
here.
year,
Thank you guys so much. That was really fun.
Yes, thank
Till
you.
tomorrow. Be safe. Drive safe. We're out. Stay warm.
Safe.
Goodbye.
Happy Thursday. Big games today. Barcelona, Manchester United. Thursday night, Europa Nights. How do you not?